What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It is a beautiful fall day here in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm hanging out in the beer shed getting ready to check out a new beer. Now, the beer I have today is going to be for a WTF Wednesday video. For those of you who may be new to the channel, WTF Wednesday is a one day a week when I showcase a beer I normally wouldn't on the program. Now, sometimes that means I do stuff from the big boys like Bud Miller and Coors. Sometimes I do interesting offerings for microbreweries, and more recently I've been trying to do some international beers. So this one falls into the first category, as this is definitely a macro beer. This is Milwaukee's Best Light, and this is from Miller Brewing Company out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now this is kind of, I don't know, I'm saying iconic beer, but most people are aware of Milwaukee's Best, especially college kids. When I was in college, I drank Yuengling just because it was still very cheap because I was in upstate Pennsylvania at Kutztown. But a lot of people drank Beast. Most of the other parties at Kutztown other than ours had Beast. I was never a fan of regular Beast, thought it was kind of gross back in the day. But I haven't really tried it in years. I tend to stay with craft breweries, local stuff. I don't really buy these macro ones too much except for these videos. Now, interestingly enough, I just picked this up yesterday to do a video, and when I came home, my man Josh Ellis, the Malted gentleman, had just reviewed it. So if you want to check out someone else's viewpoint on Milwaukee's Best Light, check out the Malted gentleman. He does great videos. So we're going to get into this. This is 4.2% ABV. Does not do well on the socials. So you Untappd a 1.83, Beer Advocate a 1.84. Very rarely do you see those two apps kind of hit around the same. Usually, in my opinion, Beer Advocate's lower because I think it's more discerning beer drinkers, so they tend to be stricter with the grading. Where Untappd is any old person with a phone can just put it on their app, right? But both of them, 183 Untappd, 184 Beer Advocate, and the aggregate score 47, awful. Not very reassuring, huh? So, IBUs, couldn't find anything on the IBUs for this one. As far as the beer itself, it looks clear. I mean, this is kind of the lightest pale straw color you can imagine. If I break out the SRM, it's probably a 1. Clear, you see right through it. Ton of bubbles going on there. Really, really fine bubbles. Little small guys going nuts, like champagne looking. Let's give it a sniff. It just smells like generic macro beer. I mean, in my opinion, most of the macros kind of have like a sweet, corny kind of smell to them, and that's what it smells like. It's not offensive. It's not super gross, but I don't know. It's not the most appealing scent either. All right, let's give it a shot. Cheers. First things first, body, light, obviously, Milwaukee's Best Light. Taste, I don't know. I just took a big sip. It's kind of funny. Normally you start at the front. I'm going to start at the end. This definitely has like a weird dry finish at the back end. Up front, what do you get? Not a whole lot, man. I mean, this is like light cereal grain, corn sweetness, like, adjunct sweetness, but watered down. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a light beer and ABV is lower. That's kind of the whole point. This tastes like, I don't know. I know people throw around the term beer-flavored water, but that's kind of what it tastes like. Body super light. Taste, I don't think it's super offensive. So if you say, it's got a 47 awful in Beer Advocate, I don't think it's because it's a drain pour and it's gross. I think it's just because it doesn't really offer a whole hell of a lot. Like I said, you get some light cereal grain, a little bit of corn sweetness maybe. It's about it. And again, it tastes like if you took a normal beer and then poured half a glass of water into it. Oh. Get the dry finish. Now that I've drank a couple sips of it, I'm getting this like weird aftertaste. It's not like strong or offensive. It's just kind of strained. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like a funky little aftertaste. It's not hoppy. It's like slightly bitter in a weird way. And it goes down dry and then slightly bitter. It's not like a big hop presence, just slight bitterness. So what do I think about this? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I think I picked this up at Walmart for like $2 or something for a 24-ounce can. So, if I'm a young dude at a party and somebody handed me this, would I drink it? Yeah, I probably would. But back in the day, I probably drank all kinds of terrible beers I shouldn't have. Even now, I probably do. Would I drink it again? That's tough. I don't think it's a drain pour. It's not gross or offensive. It's just not good. It's just kind of here. I think the problem with this one becomes for me, I understand that there's people that like cheaper beers because of, finances, whatever it is. The economy's in the shitter right now. I completely get it. But if you're looking to spend $2 for a big can, I think you could do better than this. I mean, I would probably go Natty Light or something else. I think I just reviewed Natty recently too. I would probably go Natty over Milwaukee's Best Light. Not a terrible beer, but for me, it's going to be like it's not really what I would want to drink again, but it's not so offensive that I would say never again would I drink this Milwaukee's Best. So, is what it is. Bit of a mixed bag on this one, but I guess to be fair, it's kind of what I expected. I didn't think I was going to love this, but I also thought it's a macro light beer. Rarely are they so offensive that it's a drain pour or I say, oh my God, this is the worst beer I've ever had. Disappointing is probably the term I'd use for this one. Not bad, just disappointing. So, is what it is. Hopefully you don't find the video disappointing. Hopefully you like it. And if you do, please hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Did you drink Beast Light when you were in school? Or maybe when you're young? Or maybe you still do? If so, let me know what you think about it. Also, interesting question. Josh Ellis said on his video that they called it Beast out in Iowa, where he lives. When I grew up in Philly and then went to school in Kutztown, like mountains of PA, everybody called it Beast. So I think it's kind of universal. Let me know if they called it Beast where you live. Hey, until next time. Cheers.